Hi there guys, it's Ratty here from BB Distributors. Okay, so I want to do a little cooking channel. The camera is up on top of the fridge, which was kind of the only angle that I could see. We could kind of see the pan and we could see the kitchen. I filmed quite a few of these already, but I wanted to just do one quite short one with me chatting a little bit about what I had in mind for this channel. First of all, I'm just a mom and an entrepreneur and a homemaker. Like I'm not a professional chef by any means. Please, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not educated in food or cooking or anything in any which way. I'm originally Afrikaans, and I think as all South Africans, I reckon I was brought up with a pretty balanced diet of meat, potatoes, vegetables type thing. Our little business, BB Distributors, takes a box of fresh fruit and veg to a household on a weekly basis, and I've just realized more and more people are saying, oh, they can't get through the box. Now the box is not huge by any means. It's kind of a 8 to 10 items and kind of standard items, carrots, potatoes, onions, spinach, those kinds of things. So I found it quite disturbing that people wouldn't be able to get through a box. So I thought, why don't we start doing something where I can show people like how to get through a box a little bit easier, like just ideas. Now, I'm not going to give you I will never ever give you grams specifically. So for instance, like this, I've got 3 packets of roughly chopped and rinsed spinach. I chopped it up quite finely and I rinsed it in very, very warm water. My daughter was like, why do you need warm water? And I'm like, well, do I bath you in cold water? No. If you want to get rid of the soil or the grit or whatever, just do it in hot water. Which I'm just going to bomb into the pan. And obviously it looks like a lot, but it will shrink down, you'll see in a second. I'm just going to add a little bit of boiling water to that. And a tiny little bit of salt. I'm quite heavy-handed with salt, so I'm just going to be careful. And seeing as I'm still going to add some parmesan and some feta to it, I'm going to be a little bit more scarce with the salt. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to leave it just to cook for a little while. Okay, so I feel personally that there are enough websites out there that give you grams, recipes, specific items. You need this, this, and this to make this. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to become, and basically if no one ever watches this, that's also fine. If my children can watch it one day and kind of learn how to think a process through of how to cook, I would be very happy. If that's the only thing that I achieve. So for instance, now I'm making cream spinach. I'm going to be adding stuff like feta and cream. I always have cubes of frozen cream in the freezer. So I literally bought 1 liter, poured it into an ice cube tray, and came up with these. Then I can grab a cube of cream whenever I want one. So I'm going to add cream, milk, parmesan cheese, and some feta. And then I've always got a little packet of white onion soup just to thicken it a little bit. But now if you don't have cream, just add milk. If you don't want to add milk or cream because you're vegan or completely plant-based, then add some coconut cream. I might even add some butter just now, but I'm pretty much going to taste it as I go along. And our household is a very creamy-based family. Like, our pasta is always cream-based, our sauce is always cream-based, our cream spinach is very cream-based. But this is very kind of high-fat, so lots of people might not like that. So if you don't like feta, or if you don't have any feta in the house, rather use cheese. I can also put in some grated cheese if you want to make it nice and gooey and stretchy and nice, but you don't have to. So kind of this is going to be my process throughout this channel, is to say, well, what I'm putting in my bean sauce, which I made for the first time yesterday, was amazing. Bean sauce. I had some sweet potatoes. I never know what to do with the sweet potatoes, so I added the sweet potatoes. But I'm never, I'm never going to kind of say, these items, and if you don't have these items, you can't make anything. And I'm going to use a lot of veg and a lot of fruit, as much as I possibly can in my cooking, to make that the focus of our meals rather than meat. Okay, just to give you an idea, it is the 30th of April 2020. We are amidst COVID-19 here in South Africa, in Cape Town, I think, as well as the rest of the world. So yes, my children are in the background watching a movie, baby sitting here cooking with me. I think having the noise and the chaos and just the normal household stuff, I mean, look, there's just piles of activities and homework and just, I mean, it's just, life is busy. But I think that it is for everyone. And to find the time to make meals, healthy meals with all your children at home is difficult. So, you know, the spinach does not need to be chopped a certain way. So give it to your kids, give them a plastic knife, let them chop it up any way they want, it doesn't really matter. If you don't want to chop it up at all, wash it, take the stalks off, blend it afterwards, you know. So there are different ways of doing things. It depends on how you like things. Now, I would put this as a side dish to maybe a pie or something. But we could also make a green monster pie from this, which is delicious. I'll show you how to do that another day. Yeah, but anyway, so I think what I'm trying to say is, in general, my meals are really affordable. Like, I have a very, very tiny budget for our meals per person. I have to make it incredibly quickly because I do not have hours to stand around and prep and think about meals. And it has to be incredibly healthy and nutritious. Especially because we are trying to go a little bit more plant-based. I have researched on how to make things protein-rich, iron-rich, and well-balanced without a lot of meat. Okay, so this is approaching the point where I'm kind of happy with it. As you can see, it's wilted down a lot already. So I'm going to take the lid off because I need for that to evaporate just a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to add those cubes of cream, frozen cream. And then I'm going to crumble in the feta. Now, like I said before, the feta can be quite salty, so just be careful of the salt that you add beforehand. The feta you can crumble any which way, big pieces, chunks, or quite small. They will also kind of melt away. I'm going to add some parmesan, which will melt and make it quite stretchy and gooey, and also a lot more salty. I'm going to leave the cheese out today. I don't think I need cheese as well. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of this. Obviously, if you don't, I mean, I'm fond of these soup packets for just about any meal because it thickens it a little bit, but you can use flour or maizena. But this also gives it a little bit of extra flavour. So I've always got a packet of soup standing around. And then if you give that a minute to combine and to melt and to thicken, you'll end up with what I think is amazing cream spinach. I also aim, because my next issue is that I'm getting really bored with everything that I cook over and over and over again. I'm also going to aim to go and visit some of our other BB members and to find out what they cook for their families. You need to be quite adventurous to, I think, to be a BB member, because you get a box of fruit merch. You don't get to pick what you want. You just get what we send your way. And you kind of need a master chef deep down inside of you, you know, to kind of make do with whatever we send your way. So then I'll go visit these BB members and I'll see how they prepare their meals. Like, I went to someone the other day, and she was making lunch for her two girls, and it was a pasta that she had just boiled up, Then she grated some courgettes, popped it in the microwave for a couple of minutes, made a little white sauce on the side with some pieces of smoked salmon, and within 2 minutes flat, she had this beautiful meal ready for lunch for the kids. It was pasta, white sauce, these aubergines, not aubergines, what do you call them, courgettes that she grated and just kind of par-cooked in the microwave, with the salmon on top. And I was like, wow, you know, every single person who's ever wanted to know what to do with their courgettes, like, boom. And it doesn't have to take hours, and it doesn't have to cost a bomb. So yeah, those are some of the aims for me. And then I'll get all these other members to also do some cool meals, and hopefully we can kind of do like an old-fashioned kind of recipe share. Now I think the last thing I want in there is some garlic. I didn't think about the garlic, so sorry, like I said, you're on top of the fridge. Sorry, folks. I get these ginormous pots of garlic from one of our suppliers. So that's a crushed garlic, but I also have dried garlic in there. So I'm just going to add a whole bunch of garlic in there. And then leave it for maybe another 5 minutes. And I will take a photo of that. Oh, come here, come here. Yeah, so I'll take a photo of that, and then I will post this video and see what you guys say about it. Let's give it a shot. And like I said, I'm not a professional. I don't own any recipe books, but I thought this way we could at least share moms doing healthy, nutritious meals for the family. Anyway, let's see what you guys think. Okay, have a good one. Bye.